We got the winners of our tag match, Playboy Buddy Rose and Ed Wiskowski. And Ed, we'll talk to you first.
Let's not really talk about that tag match. I want to talk about something that happened last Saturday night in the Cow Palace in San Francisco, California. There was the biggest travesty of justice that's ever been carried on in any wrestling conference. I don't care whether it's a National Wrestling Alliance, the AWA, or what it is. Now, originally, there was a referee who was going to be a judge that night by the name of Stashu Pandowski, one of the finest judges on the West Coast. He was supposed to be here, but at the last minute, he couldn't make it. And they replaced him with a man called Davey Rosenberg. Now, he don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, but yet he still carried on and gave me one less point than he did my opponent. Therefore, I was out of the tournament. Well, I believe in Ed Wiskowski, and there's millions of people out there that believe in Ed Wiskowski. And because they believe in him, I've got here a cashier's check for $10,000. Now, to earn this, any professional wrestler that can put on a pair of tights correctly and can get in that ring and beat me or cause me to submit in 15 minutes or less, he's going to walk away with a $10,000 check. You see it right there, written on the Bank of America. 10,000 big ones, right?
Pay to the bearer, $10,000.
Right. Any man that can do that.
Check.
I don't care whether he weighs a pound. I don't care whether he weighs a ton. There'll be people stepping in that ring, probably, that should have retired 6 years ago. There'll be people stepping in that ring that shouldn't even be in the same ring with me because they lack experience. But this is real. And if you think that you're the kind of man out there that can defeat Ed Wiskowski, come along. Come see him. Because here's $10,000 that you can make. Well, you realize that's more than most people make in a year? Do you realize that?
A lot of money.
And somebody on any given night can pick up that kind of money? You know as well as I do, Hank, there's people out there who lack the intestinal fortitude, who lack the intelligence. 99 and 44, 100% of the people who wrestle cannot in any way come close to Ed Wiskowski. And because I believe that, there's the $10,000. Now, you run along and you give that to Roy Shires.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because I want him to hold that in escrow for any man who thinks he can defeat me.
All right, fine, we'll do that, Mr. Wiskowski. And Playboy Buddy Rose, you are the new United States Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, but where is your belt?
The last man that wore that U.S. Heavyweight Championship had a 42 waist. Well, I have a 36 waist, and I took it to the jewelry shop in Portland, Oregon, the man that's a friend of mine, and I told him to take down the buckles down to 36, and it's being adjusted right now because I like to wear my stuff properly and just the way I like it. Now, everybody's out here griping. Jimmy Snuka's out here griping. Dean Hole's griping. The only man that has a legitimate gripe is Ed Wiskowski. I agree with Ed Wiskowski all the way. And I also have to emphasize something else to you people. I told you I'd win the belt. I backed up what I said, and I am now the U.S. Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Now, when you become the U.S. Champion, you have a lot of responsibilities. What I mean by responsibilities is this. You have to travel the United States. You have to travel to all the major cities and defend that title. And any given night, you could lose it. But I am not going to be a cheese champion. I'm going to be the best champion that ever stood behind that belt. And I'm going to defend it against every single professional wrestler that steps into that ring. And in the Cow Palace, Roy Shires, you give me the best you've got to offer because I'm ready. And I got something else to tell you. I might even get myself a manager because I've got a lot of responsibility, a lot of financial assessments I have to straighten out. I have a lot of women that I have to take care of. I got a lot of bookings to take care of. And I just think I might get myself a manager to handle all this because I've got a lot of responsibility now.
Okay, we've got to go. We're out of time. Even